Alright, we're back. New day.
Early morning.
Early morning.
Way too early. These hours don't count.
Still no disco to be heard. But, do you see what I see?
I do.
Who this?
Who this?
Someone on the roof of the whirling.
I'm gonna guess Sylvie.
Interesting.
Waiting for the shift to start.
Yeah, who be you? Well, we gotta find Morel, the cryptozoologist, excuse me. Get the body down, find money for rent, buy the pants from Kuno, run the numbers on the victim's armor. Where's the rest of the armor? Use Kim Shortwave to run the serial number. Then we've got Joyce's info on the lynching. She wants to say something, but we need to find out more about the case before we get from things from her. Smoker on the balcony, although now we have 2 smokers on the balcony. Make sure to be at apartment 28 sometime after 9 p.m. And who put the clothes in the trash? As well as, of course, you know, the sing karaoke and the track down and there's all these. There's definitely all these.
And these are all for as of Monday. And today we are Tuesday.
Yes. So, we're going to get that body down. We're going to run those numbers. And then we're going to see who that lady on the roof is. If we can get up to the roof. Amongst other things that we do along the way.
Walk around and explore.
So I was thinking about something. And I was thinking that, like, you know, walking around with this clipboard in hand, like, with the ledger in hand, rather, would definitely give us some nice stats. But we just need to compensate for the authority. So I was like, is there anything we can put on that'll give us 1 authority and then let us subtract 2 so that it balances out a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's check out. Esprit. No authority. -1 authority with the flip-up glasses.
Nope, and nope. Okay. Yeah. If we can get ourselves an object that'll give us at least 1 authority, then we can walk around and get 2 for the price of 1. So that ain't too bad, because this in hand is some stats I like. But I don't want to be below 2.
Okay.
You know?
2 is the minimum that you want for authority.
That's where I'm comfortable.
Okay.
That's where I'm comfortable. We're internalizing thoughts. The 15th in the tribe has another 4 hours and 44 minutes to go.
Alright, see you in the afternoon then.
Alright. So, that body. We're going to need to ask for help about it. Let's go back over and see what's going on.
Oh, rise and shine.
Kuno's back on the job.
Never left.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. As you narrow your eye, this is a trick. You've done it before. Only the lower extremities are pink.
Okay.
With a dash of
Let me just see something here. If we...
His fatted hands, the cadaver slowly
twists. No, nothing really changes.
His torso covered in tattoos and extremities.
We're gonna have to just go ask for help. Yeah, that's the way to deal with it here. Yeah. All right. Although Kuno is asking a pretty high number for those pants.
But they're good pants. Kuno doesn't sell counterfeit.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number?
Oh, no.
And the make of the armor, if you know it.
Yeah, that's not gonna help, is it?
E50, 100, 1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500 VE.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Oh, we gotta wait time. Okay.
Yeah, but was that the right number?
We didn't internalize a bullshit one. We said no to that.
Okay, we said no.
Conceptualization. No, drama tried to get us to
lie, right?
To lie, but we chose the real number.
Okay, cool.
International Collaboration Police (ICP) is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Sure. This is going to take a day, right?
And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Anything else? 57, over and out.
Thank you.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
He hates this, right?
Toolbox and the soft glow.
He hates it. Let's not piss him off. After all, good cop, bad cop is at 7. We had a nice scene on the balcony.
Nice.
So, let's see. We never went into the bookshop.
I got
The
shit.
yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito.
No, we like the mailbox.
Are you anybody? You're not.
Nope, just a scummy old scum. Oh, someone checking a book.
Takes willpower to see the author's name. Jan Kaus from Iguania.
You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books.
Is that a good one?
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading.
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Thanks, empathy.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
No need for aggro. Hey, what are you up to?
Looking for something to read.
She reversed her attention to a worn-out paperback.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a cop.
I know you are.
Good then.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the bookstand.
Watch her browse the books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves
Oh my god.
for all the work she's done for mankind.
Rhetoric? What? How is this not? How is this rhetoric? How is that not drama and conceptualization and just the most extreme, man, unsolicited hugs? That's wild. That's
Don't touch me.
I trust you, Rhetoric. I trust you. Maybe your husband's missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know
Oh my
where your
god.
husband
Right,
is.
got it,
She
thanks.
gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
Whatever, just interrogating this random woman. Hey, do you remember the revolutionary thing that happened to the anime convention circuit circa 2005?
No.
You know, anime conventions are a thing. And
Yes.
around the year 2005, a very important moment occurred. And it was widespread across all of them at the same time. Glomping was banned. Are you familiar with glomping? It's when you run up to someone and tackle hug them unsolicited.
And they gave that a term.
It was called glomping because it was people pretending to be anime in real life.
Oh.
And they want it to be like big old anime character thing. And that's the thing anime characters do, is they do
Yeah.
a big old hug. And then the main character falls over.
yeah.
And you have a big embarrassing moment. People thought it would be cute to do that in real life, so they started doing it. And then people were getting tackled and hurting themselves. so they had to ban glomping. I was at Anime North when some random Kakashi ran up to me and glomped me, and I was like, "Hello, ma'am, can I help you?
Do I know you? Do you need help?"
And she just thought she was having a big, cute anime moment. And I'm like, yeah, no. You don't do that to strangers.
Not okay.
You barely do it to friends if you get to that point.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Dare I say not sane.
Yeah, so I'm not about to start glomping. Maybe your children are missing?
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out as quick as gunshots.
Thanks.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
What about your cockatoo?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
Uh-oh.
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
What?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
All right. Cockatoo not missing. Just wanted to make sure.
Great.
She turns her attention back to the bookstand.
Oh my god. You're challenging my authority.
Wonderful.
Is there nothing else to do but just hug this woman?
You could let her read. But
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Are we letting go or are we keeping hug?
oh, this is awkward. Let's keep hugging her.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
Less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness.
What the fuck is
See
happening?
what the feeling entails.
Okay, are we going?
Keep your eyes closed for a brief longer.
I am fighting for the working class.
Hey, I hug whoever I please. I'm a hug monster.
Are we glumping?
Oh my god, hug monster. No, that's actually a glomper.
That's a glumper.
This internalizes the thought of glomps.
Are we
glomper.
doing it?
No. Let's just
Just enjoy it.
sure.
The feeling continues. Warm and comfy on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rising to the surface, trying to break the sensation.
Oh my god.
It's
Are
not
you
gonna be a good question.
are you like having a weird return to mother moment right now? Let it form.
So tell me, how does it feel to be close to someone, skin to skin?
Ooh,
It all comes together now. I was built to be close with other beings.
It's good, but I'd prefer a man. A solid muscularity would support me better.
Intimacy, it's a catastrophe waiting in the wings. I guess we can see where one, am I gonna have some thought that forms out of this? That'd be okay. Let's go. Let's go.
I wonder how long it has been since you last hugged someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I remember?
No, you don't. And it's better that way.
What do I remember?
Oh my god, am I gonna die again? No, I'm gonna take damage. I'm gonna take damage.
Nothing. Don't come back here.
Open your eyes.
What the fuck was that?
But I need to remember.
Oh my god. Why are you calling me? Stop. Are you drunk again?
Yep, okay.
Oh no!
How deep do you want to go with this?
I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you ever again. Stop calling me. Get lost from my life. You ruined it.
Officer, what are you doing?
Swash of water hits the coast behind her figure.
I had the strangest... I'm not even sure.
You had the strangest what?
She hasn't let go of your embrace.
The strangest conversation. Something went wrong in my head.
A glitch of a sort, I think, inside my mind.
Don't want to talk about it. Something went wrong in my head.
Very wrong.
It's okay. We all feel out of sorts at times. There you go, officer.
Oh man, she cares.
Something begged me to open my eyes. It was scary.
Thanks. I feel better already.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand what you're talking about.
She lets go of your hug.
We can take a break if you're feeling unwell.
Kim K is worried. Understandably.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Want to give her another hug?
Wow. That was very nice of her. She actually yes-anded our insanity.
Yes. That's great.
That's all.
She's strong.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
She handled it really well.
And we haven't even had our coffee.
It's 8:32. Oh, God. Today's gonna be a long day. I can feel it.
Jesus.
Look at this cockatoo over there.
Oh my God. Gift books and molten candy.
That woman is like, I hope I don't get hugged. I saw that shit through the window. That was weird.
Old sports magazine tucked away in a dark corner. I mean, look, she doesn't strike me as the type that gives out nor receives hugs very often. Nonetheless, book collects natural recipes of Arda. They're all about lake trout.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Okay. Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Let's look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Alright.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta pay up for that Wirral 40k.
It's going to cost
set.
more than a night of sleep.
Huh.
Okay. I'm just examining the situation a bit, but
The display rack is brimming with worn
Okay.
paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Heimdall. Okay. Yeah, looks like we can talk to her about all these things. So in that case, we might as well talk to her first and then do our questioning. Introduce ourselves.
Hello. Need a hug.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
It sure is. The clerk extends a greeting.
welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Chill. Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later.
This lady is my friend's mom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep that energy in check.
Yeah, your energy affects the plants that she's watering.
Oh boy, okay.
You know. Are you the owner of the store? No thanks. Oh my god. Oh, we just got a hobo all over the place.
You got the power.
Shake down, shake down. So are you the owner of the store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
What if I want to buy a book?
Kim is gonna fucking just die if we keep this up, dude.
He's gonna get used to it, don't worry.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go. Get back there. The books await you.
She fiddles her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you.
Here's why that's cool. That line implies that you browsed first and then it changed to this, as opposed to walking directly up to her, where she wouldn't have said this. What type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Yeah, sorta.
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
No? Interesting.
Oh, you're telling me that the writer and the creator of this game decides to put a bookstore in as as an area that you can explore? Interesting.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn anything important though.
Shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares?
Where do you learn about the important things then?
I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
Wiggling her bony fingers at you.
The truth is available if you just know where to look. And you have to open and free your mind to understand.
She nods at you, cryptically.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Your daughter's the one standing up there, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Yes, she was.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes, I did.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Oh my god. We're doing the review.
Oh,
before
parental
using your
survey.
services. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to leave the girl alone, so I'm tempted to say 10. She's certainly
1 or 4.
very polite.
I'm not going to grade a
helpful.
human being. Like, I don't do that. Give her a 10. Make her happy in her mom's eyes.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong.
Good. I'm glad you can still come back on that after giving her the right bump. Annette's quite the trooper. She's quite a value add.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
Okay, let's change the subject. Yeah. So what the fuck?
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism.
Okay, let's change the subject.
I mean, abolishing child labor ain't that bad, though, is it?
I need my Nike, so.
But how high are we? We're still at 10? We're still at 10. Man, we're gonna end up cranking that shit no matter what, huh?
If you abolish child labor, these ultra shoes you got won't be so ultra.
Hey, what's going on?
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial security.
Fuck you, Plaisance. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, you don't like that energy?
Criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
In some more developed countries, this sort of thing is 2 felonies, child labor and slavery.
Oh, I guess I was mistaken.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Are we done with the jokes now?
Her tone is decisive, not at all angry.
We've had quite enough fun here. Right.
Yeah.
All right, Kim. Stopping it from coming to blows.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
So about that curse.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Let's get a closer look at those shoes.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Fair question, rhetoric.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
Damn. A bit flawed, isn't
Hello
she?
again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of...
Yeah. So that begging opportunity was certainly a one and done.
No money for you?
We know how that would have went. Or maybe we don't, because that hug was
The display
unexpected.
rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai.
And to be
somewhere.
fair, I remember asking her back in my first touch, and I forget how it went, but it wasn't successful. I remember it just being bad. Tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Looking at the books with some disdain.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Theme of Weapon Lord starts playing.
Yo. Where's volume 1? Volume 1 is this one, right?
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say.
Yeah.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundai, the Man from Hyundai. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
It's disco as fuck.
Look through the display of books.
$9 real. We could afford that, but
wouldn't leave us with much.
we need $20.
Rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man.
Don't skip parts. Do not skip
order.
Do not skip to part 3, you assholes. Okay, so I'm wondering, I guess, if books are treated like other games where, like, say, like a Persona game where it's like, oh, this is actually a stat boost. You know what I mean? In which case, then, like, you're paying for a stat change, which is worth it.
I know it's a time killer, but I don't know about the stats.
How many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundai and the false god. Man from Hyundai and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundai, the Hyundai colonies. Man from Hyundai and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundai and the snow crabs.
Is that it?
Not even close. Man from Hyundai in hell. Man from Hyundai and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundai, under the lake. Man from Hyundai, Hyundai burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundai, and so much more.
Well then, shall we try our odds?
Payne is chiming in with good reason.
42%.
Books call out to me.
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Okay. I'm scared to lose $9 right now. So, let's see what else we got going on.
Yeah, we got time.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
An atlas would be rad.
Traubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Is it that world's Monopoly?
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have children?
Do I have friends?
Look at the lieutenant. I don't want to think about
actually
this.
Friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me. Who'd want to have children with me?
I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I have all of those.
Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family.
She fiddles her pendant.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations.
Ah,
It'll cost 12 real.
only. Huh. And what about these Weerall things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
She looks at the table, crossing her arms.
Okay.
Immoral games.
Hey, maybe if I run less, Kim won't call me out.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Dick fucking Mullen.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Look through the
Crime
display.
fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Mr. Author, are you looking at the audience while this section is happening here? Have you decided to simply let go of the pen and just start talking to the camera?
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
Let's go.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Are there any more?
Yes, There's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Damn.
Full-on fucking Dexter, huh? Alright. Yeah, just with the little X-Men comic title box where it's, in this issue, an X-Man will die! We promise Dick Mullen will die.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
58 per fucking cent.
Nope, not good enough. Reaction speed lacking.
Yeah. Why is that reaction speed?
It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid.
Oh, the Conqueror of Shambhala?
Damn.
Yeah, we do not have dice gods with us.
Oh, you think?
RN Jesus is taking a day off.
Like waiting for Easter right now.
Quaint picture book, brochure, very colorful.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Some, they say.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
So you recommend it?
Great, I don't need to know anymore.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
I somewhat agree.
I feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Do you want to look through the display of books?
Hold on a second.
What caught your eye?
Educational tool. I just want to look back over why Inland would be calling this important. Re-examining universal understandings of innocentic systems, creating a fresh vantage point, shifts in the tire. Okay, a reality rewriting book is what it would seem to be. This is a okay. Well, $4.70 ain't that bad.
Affordable.
Inland really thinks it's important.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
What?
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture, on Channel 8.
Oh
reporting
my
on real life
God.
crime and ruining cops' days.
Yep. Very disco.
Yeah, it's all there.
Very disco.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
Oh boy.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
Yeah, you better chill. With
Man, remember the days of going to the fucking bookstore and catching a nice volume of Dragon Ball in French and the kids sitting on the ground reading it and you just wait for your turn of like the latest volume and they just were just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
That must have been a thrill.
It was a library. It was a bookstore, but really it was like, you want to read manga, just if you could find space on the floor, no one's going to bother you for the next 40 minutes while you literally just read the whole thing.
That shopkeep was pretty cool.
It was nuts. And that's how my friends all read Dragon Ball.
And that's how the shop closed down?
Bunch of kids would be like, yep, or they'd file in, they'd read it, they'd pass it up, and then it'd go right back on the shelf, and then everyone would read it, and, you know, yeah, no one bought it. It's true. It's true.
Terrible. That's terrible for
I'm
business.
sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Yeah, let's keep on looking.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable spending money when I don't know when my next, like, paycheck is coming in.
Yo, Kim, how are you paid? Like, is it every 2 Thursdays? Is it twice a month? What's happening here?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the map of Insulinda.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
Ghost Island.
This better give us some XP.
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Squint first. Can you see the cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
It's kind of amazing how, and this game does it a lot, when the narrator or a person just starts listing off fictional names of places.
Yeah.
And like you get just an overwhelming amount of them, your brain just, I don't know about you, like for me, my brain just starts like making like continents appear, or like, you know what I mean? Like a map just starts building in your brain of things that are just like, I don't know what's over there, but there's a name for a thing.
Just floating.
Yeah. You just, it's like again, the act of world building, like step by step. You have like moments like this where they just start listing off things and you just start creating dots in your head for each one of them. It's a pretty cool effect, you know, and this game does it a lot. It does it a lot.
850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.